Hello and welcome to Mega Conference Quiz Bowl. I'm your host, John Webster. Today's game is between Wayne Memorial High School and Southgate Anderson High School. The Wayne Memorial team is coached by Ed McGovern. Wayne Memorial students, would you please introduce yourselves?
Daniel Torok, sophomore.
Beth Banks, junior.
Janelle Butner, junior.
Dan Anderson, sophomore.
Okay, thanks. The Southgate team is coached by Eric Hood. Southgate students, would you please introduce yourselves now?
Bascott Tidraju, senior.
Brian Smith, senior.
Cal Schaefer, senior, captain. Andrew Needle, senior.
Okay, thanks. The first quarter of our game consists of 12 toss-up questions worth 10 points each. Teams may not confer. Please wait till I call on you before responding. Okay, here we go. It hit Jupiter in 1994 with the impact energy of 300 gigatons of TNT, 10 times the explosive power. Kyle?
An asteroid?
Incorrect. 10 times the explosive power of all the nuclear weapons in existence at the height of the Cold War. Identify this comet. Dan?
Halley's.
Incorrect. It's Shoemaker-Levy 9. It is an international waterway and major source of hydroelectric power. Identify this river, which forms the northwestern boundary between North Korea and Manchurian China. Janelle?
Yellow River.
Correct. It is a tree of the mulberry family, having large, glossy, leathery leaves, and is often used as an ornamental houseplant. Identify this common name for the Ficus elastica.
Poinsettia.
Incorrect. Kyle?
Rubber plant?
Correct. Despite the detonation of 23 atomic bombs here, it is now a popular scuba diving spot. Identify this Marshall Islands atoll. Janelle?
Bikini.
Correct. Based on Herman Wouk's novel, this is the 1954 film in which two Navy officers are court-martialed after rebelling against the paranoid Captain Queeg, played by Humphrey Bogart. A time that's the Keen Mutiny. He was a 4th century bishop of Myra in Asia Minor who became the patron saint of children. Identify this saint associated. Kyle?
St. Nicholas?
Correct. He was the son of a grocer and grandson of a serf, named this great Russian dramatist who wrote Uncle Vanya and the Three Sisters. Kyle?
Rimsky-Korsakov?
Incorrect. Dan?
Trotsky.
No, it's Anton Chekhov. Here's a geographical analogy. Baku is to Azerbaijan as Vientiane is to what? Okay, time. The answer is Laos. They're both capitals. And about realist, this 19th century French artist was always at odds with vested authority, aesthetic or political. Who is this artist who painted The Funeral at Ornans? Dan?
Manet.
Incorrect. Kyle?
Massenet?
No, it's Gustave Courbet. This Richard Attenborough film had the largest cast of all time, with 300,000 in all. Identify this film in which Ben Kingsley portrayed an Indian... Brian?
Gandhi.
Correct. Several boxes carrying vials of vaccines for what biological agent? Brian?
Smallpox.
Incorrect. Were recently found on the shores of a southern British beach. Janelle?
Cowpox.
No, it's anthrax. Which university's basketball team recently set a new NCAA division? Brian?
University of Connecticut.
Correct. Okay, that ends the first quarter. We'll be back in a minute to pick up with the second quarter of our match. Okay, the second quarter of the game is about to begin. This quarter consists of 8 toss-up questions worth 10 points each. Correct answer entitles that team to bonus questions worth 20 points. Teams may confer on the bonuses, but only the captains may give the answers. Okay, here we go with toss-up. What body of water is crossed by one of the world's longest suspension bridges, the Tacoma Narrows Bridge? Dan?
Pacific Ocean.
Incorrect. Kyle?
San Francisco Bay?
No, it's Puget Sound. Another toss-up. What biblical figure was induced by his wife to cut his hair, causing him to lose? Kyle?
Samson.
Correct. And we have bonuses in the Clinton cabinet. These are little-known Clinton cabinet members. You tell me the department when I give you the name. Dan Glickman.
Veterans Affairs.
Incorrect. Wayne?
No clue.
Okay, it's agriculture. Richard Riley.
Energy.
Incorrect. Wayne?
Agriculture.
No, that's education. Bruce Babbitt.
Veterans Affairs.
Incorrect.
Treasury.
Interior. And Alexis Herman.
I don't know. Interior.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Treasury.
It's labor. And I don't think Veterans Affairs is a cabinet position.
That is. Get it?
Okay, the name of what art movement of which Henri Matisse is a member can be translated as wild beast? Andrew?
Dadaism.
Incorrect. Dan?
Abstract.
No, it's Fauvism. Dada happens to mean hobby horse. Equally weird. Okay, another toss-up. Who was the British scientist who lived next door to a brewery and discovered dephlogisticated air and phlogiston? Dan?
Samuel Adams.
Incorrect. Okay, time, it's Joseph Priestley. The Peace of Utrecht was a series of treaties that ended what 18th century war? Kyle?
Franco-Prussian.
Incorrect. Dan?
The War of 1812.
The War of Spanish Succession. Another toss-up. The Masabi Range is the home to one of the greatest iron ore mining regions in the world. Kyle?
Minnesota.
Correct. Bonuses. Oh, we got a run going here. Art history. Identify these impressionist painters from their works. First, painting called Rouen Cathedral.
Monet.
Correct. Olympia.
No, it's Greco. Oh, Greco.
Incorrect.
Picasso.
No, that was Edouard Manet. The luncheon of the boating party.
Name me a painter. Just give me a name.
Kyle?
Manet.
Incorrect.
Degas.
No, Pierre Renoir. And the cup of tea.
Just name an anonymous painter. Any god, just Degas.
Incorrect.
Da Vinci.
No, that was Mary Cassatt, American expatriate. Okay, another toss-up. This city first became famous in the 1870s when cowboys drove cattle there from Texas along the Chisholm Trail. Identify this largest city in Kansas. Kyle?
Topeka.
Incorrect.
Abilene.
Beth? Incorrect. It's Wichita.
Oh.
Okay, another toss-up. What country owns both the Juan Fernandez Islands and Easter Island and operates them as national parks? Kyle?
Spain.
Incorrect. Dan?
Portugal.
No, it's Chile. Okay, that ends the first half of the game. We'll be back in a minute to pick up with the second half. Okay, we're back to begin the second half of our game. Score after the first half is Southgate Anderson 65 points, Wayne Memorial 20 points. And we have subs to introduce on both teams. First for Wayne Memorial.
Jennifer Guthrie, freshman.
Okay, thank you. And for Southgate?
Tim Ditto, senior.
Okay, thanks. The third quarter is our lightning round. Each team has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Teams may confer, but only the captains may get the answers. The trailing team, Wayne Memorial, has the opportunity to choose first here. Movie plots, chemical elements, or Pulitzer Prizes in poetry.
Movie plots.
Movie plots, okay? With 60 seconds on the clock, I'll give you a brief summary of a plot. You name the movie. Here we go. 3 students disappear in the woods while investigating a local
Blair
legend.
Witch Project.
Correct. Sci-fi and Western genre are combined in a movie based on an old TV show.
Wild Wild West.
Correct. 4 cartoon school kids try to rescue their TV heroes.
Pass.
Video of an assassination is slipped to a lawyer, causing him to be the target of a government manhunt.
Pass.
A queen fights a siege of her planet.
Pass.
Private investigator searches to verify the authenticity of a murder on film.
Bloodwork.
Incorrect. Movie star falls in love with a bookstore owner.
Notting Hill.
Correct. Animated movie based on the Book of Exodus. And out of time. Got through 8 questions. You got 3 correct. So 5 pass to Southgate with 30 seconds on the clock. Southgate, 4 cartoon school.
South Park, the movie.
Correct. Video of an assassination.
Enemy of the State.
Correct. A queen fights a siege of her planet.
Star Wars Episode 1.
Judge? Yes, okay. Private investigator searches to verify the authenticity of a murder on...
8mm.
Correct. Animated movie based on the Book of Exodus.
Prince of Egypt.
Correct. Okay, that takes care of that one. Now, Southgate, you have your choice of chemical elements or Pulitzer Prizes in poetry.
Chemical elements.
Okay. With 60 seconds on the clock, I'll give you a chemical element. You give me that element's atomic number.
Son of a gun.
Here we go. Vanadium.
What?
Vanadium.
23?
Correct. Gold.
89? 80 something. 79.
Correct. Rhodium.
I don't know. 88.
Incorrect. Holmium.
107?
Incorrect. Sodium.
23.
Incorrect. Tin.
10.
I don't know.
42.
No.
Pass.
Fluorine.
7.
Incorrect. Rhenium.
43.
Incorrect. Molybdenum.
Pass.
Tungsten.
81.
Incorrect. Back to tin.
64.
Incorrect. Molybdenum.
66.
Incorrect. Okay, you got 2 correct. So 8 pass to Wayne Memorial with 30 seconds on the clock. Wayne, rhodium.
83.
Incorrect. Holmium.
47.
Incorrect. Sodium.
29.
Incorrect. Tin.
14.
Incorrect. Fluorine.
23.
Incorrect. Rhenium.
55.
Incorrect. Molybdenum.
71.
Incorrect. Tungsten.
100.
Incorrect. Immediately, Southgate answered 23 for vanadium, and then everybody kept guessing 23. Rhodium, 45. Holmium, 67. Sodium, 11. Tin, 50. Fluorine, 9. Rhenium, 75. Molybdenum, 42. Tungsten, 74. Okay, that ends the 3rd quarter. We'll be back in a minute to finish up this game. The 4th quarter of the game is about to begin. This round consists of 15 toss-up questions worth 20 points each. Here we go. Identify the Florentine painter whose masterworks of the early Renaissance include the famous frescoes of Padua's Arena Chapel. Dan?
Michelangelo.
Incorrect. Kyle?
Da Vinci?
No, it's Giotto, a little bit earlier than that. The novel Billy Budd by Herman Melville was written in 1924. What is the name of the ship on which the plot of this story takes place? Kyle?
Pequod?
Incorrect. Okay, time, it's the Indomitable. This singer had a million-selling single with Sonny Boy in 1928 and the first million-selling album ever in 1946. Identify this artist who appeared in the film The Jazz Singer in 1927. Tim?
Jolson?
Correct. What 1967 musical sparked controversy with its portrayal of rebels against the Vietnam War? Brian?
Hair?
Correct. It sits on Fifth Avenue in New York City between 33rd Street and 34th Street and was designed by the firm of Shreve, Lamb, and Harmon and built from 1930 to 31. Kyle?
Empire State Building?
Correct. What island, by agreement with the Danish government, did the U.S. temporarily take over in April 1941 to prevent the Nazis from using it as a weather base? Dan?
Why?
Incorrect. Okay, time, it's Greenland. What was the nickname for Puritans in England who wore their hair short in contrast to the flowing locks of the Cavaliers? Okay, time, that's the Roundheads. Roy Lopez, Four Knights, and King's Gambit are openings in what game played with Kyle?
Chess?
Correct. What river's delta dominates most of southern Vietnam? Kyle?
Yellow?
Incorrect. Okay, that's the Mekong. This U.S. financier acquired a huge personal fortune by stock and financial manipulations. He, with his partner James Fisk and the political help of Boss Tweed, sold fraudulent Erie Railroad stock at great profit. Name this man whose speculations in gold brought on the panic of Black Friday. Tim?
Rockefeller?
Incorrect. Okay, that's Jay Gould. In 1988, this actress won an Oscar for her role in Moonstruck. Brian?
Cher.
Correct. What famous child was kidnapped on March 1st, Kyle?
Lindbergh baby?
Correct. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine are all members. Kyle?
Halogens?
Correct. How many members make up the UN Security Council? Dan?
15.
Correct. Which toy company based in Denmark recently introduced
Lego.
Brian? Correct. Okay, that ends the game. We'll be back in a minute for the final score.
We got it. It's the division.
Okay, that was fun.
The final score of today's game is Southgate Anderson High School 295 points and Wayne Memorial High School 70 points. Congratulations to both teams. In our next game, Taylor Truman High School will face Southgate Anderson. Please join us then. This is John Webster saying goodbye for Mega Conference Quiz Bowl.